Hey guys, it's James here again. Now today we're going to be doing something that I know has been asked for quite a while. Now a lot of people when they come to our channel and message me and things say it's great seeing all these bench rest groupings where you've obviously spent time to get the best out of the gun, which ultimately is what what I strive to do, is to get the best out of the rifles that I'm using. But what about real world shooting? So I've come up with a bit of a plan. We are going to use a bit of a knockdown target and take the FX Crown out for a walk. Now for those of you that haven't seen the review that we've done recently, this is obviously the FX Crown in 22 caliber. So we are going to be taking it out for a walk around the farm and just shooting Mike the Rat, who you hopefully see on your screens now. Now Mike is just a normal generic rat, and rats are evil, we don't like rats, but he's just a knockdown target, so he's got a normal size kill zone, and we'll just be able to see from different ranges how that's going to work. Now the plan with this one is I'm going to walk around the farm with my tripod, my trigger sticks, Mike the Rat and the FX Crown, and we are going to do what I would call normal shooting. So I'm going to walk out, I'm going to put the target down, we're going to pretend that we haven't seen it, we're going to walk in, quickly give it a quick ping on the rangefinder because I'm not going to know what range I'm putting them out at, and then we're going to just try and engage the targets. Now I'll be shooting a mixture of freehand and off the Primos trigger sticks as well, which is what I use. So this is going to be as real world as we can get it. Standard targets with normal kind of shooting conditions, and just as I would be as if I was out on a pest control or a hunt or whatever you want to call it. Now the pellets I'll be using, as I'm sure there will always be people that ask, are just generic 22 caliber JSB pellets. I'll put a picture of the tin up here so that you can see them. They are unsalted, they are unweighed, they are literally out of the tin, into my magazine, and then straight into the Crown here. Now as I said earlier, if you haven't seen the review for the Crown, feel free to go and have a look at it, as I'm guessing that's probably why most of you are going to be watching today, just to see this in action. So anyway, less me waffling on, let's get Mike out to his first unknown distance and put the Crown through its paces. Okay, so using my Hawk LRF, I can see that the target down the bottom there is currently 70 yards on the dot. So that's quite a good estimate. So what we're going to do is load up and see if we can get him. Ha 70 yards, rat is down. So you can see those 22 caliber pellets making a decent splash on the paint there, which is quite nice to see. So yeah, let's take Mike off to his next destination. Now this is quite a nice little place to shoot from. Now you can see the target out behind me, it's about 50 yards. Now this is where I actually managed to shoot my first fox, in a shot that's virtually identical to what we're doing. And obviously at the time I wasn't using this, I was using my HMR, but it's a really favourite place of mine just to come and quickly poke your head through. You can guarantee with the cover that you've got in front of you, and also the opportunities to rest on the surroundings around you, that you've got the perfect stable covered position, but you've still got quite a good line of view. You can see out to about 150 yards from this point here. Now you can't see very much over this way, you are limited straight along this hedgerow, but like I say, it's a cracking place to shoot from, so let's see if we can hit this target out at around 50 yards. And he's down. Let's go and pick him up. Alright, so a bit of a test of my ability. Now the target behind us is about 35-ish yards. I'm going to do freestand. Now for those of you that know me, I always shoot off the sticks, which are just down the side there. So this will be something different, but 35 yards with a gun like this should literally be a walk in the park. So yeah, here goes. And he's down. Now sometimes when you're out on the farm or your permission or wherever you're shooting, having a bog standard shot as such isn't possible. Now, in an example I'm going to give, one of the best shots I ever took was with my, in fact I can't even remember what it was with, it was one of my air guns, and it was a shot leaning over a gate with somebody holding my belt, and I took the shot left-handed and I hit the target 55 yards away. It's like 55, 53, one of the two, but I hit it. But sometimes, as I say, it's not ideal for you to use your primary side. So for me, for shooting, it's my right hand side. I'm ambidextrous to a certain extent. I write my left, play cricket with my left, etc. But I do shoot predominantly with my right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to see how well the gun performs when you swap it over. Now, as I said in the review, the cocking handle and the safety catch are on the right hand side, which does lend itself to being used by a right-handed shooter really nicely. So I've cocked it, I put it on safe, but I am going to take the shot unsupported using my left hand hold. Now the target I believe is about 30 yards. Again, this is going to be freestanding. So let's see how we get on when, you know, you have to use the gun the wrong way around. Or if you're one of those guys that shoots left-handed, can you shoot it being a lefty? So let's crack on. And by some miracle of God, it's gone down. Let's pop down, have a quick check, and maybe for the last few shots we'll push it out, because as you may be able to see behind me, we've got this amazing gully. If I can do my weatherman report, my amazing gully down here. And this is one of my favourite places to sit in the summer, especially with the HMR, because you can just work your way down that bank. There we go, work your way down that bank beautifully. So let's go and pick the target up, maybe put it out. I'll revert back to my right way, and we'll try and get a couple of longer shots, maybe try and end on 100 yards or so. Anyway, let's have some fun. So that took a few more shots than I anticipated. Now the reason for that is, unlike, you know, when we're out on perfectly still days taking long shots, the wind was gusting. Now from my point of view, not too bad, but as I'm watching the pellet down range, I was watching it hook. So it was definitely a gust taking it across. So I put about a mil dot and a bit just to the left hand side of the target, just adding for that right-handed wind, and then it's just sailed straight into its target. So as I said, a couple more shots than maybe I would have wanted, but for these kind of ranges, for this kind of shooting, I'm still, you know, very happy with that. Now in the real world, would the rabbit have sat there while I took, you know, 4 shots at it? Probably not. However, this is trying to replicate real world shooting. Obviously in the ideal world we don't miss, we don't come outside of the 5 mil group in the middle. However, in real life, you know, it happens. Okay guys, so this is going to be the last shot from me today. Now this is 75 yards, and I'm going to try and knock the target down. Obviously I will be doing it from a rested position. It's quite a long way for me at the moment anyway to be shooting unsupported. So we're going to put it on the stand, load it up, and let's see if we can knock down Mike for a final time today. And there we have it. So as the sun's starting to drop, that's me pretty much done. Now hopefully you have enjoyed the video. There's kind of a couple of reasons why I've done it. Now one of the first reasons is I always get asked, you know, we love seeing these videos of you guys bench resting and, you know, hitting 5p piece groups at 100 yards. But what about us normal shooters? And I think that's something that a lot of people, myself included, overlook. Now in the grand scheme of things, I am just a normal bloke with an air rifle. And when I started shooting, you know, I'd watch Ted's videos and you'd see the videos of him shooting at, you know, 100, 120, 130 yards. And that was great, but I found it hard to relate to because I knew that my skill set was never even remotely close. So I just wanted to put this together today to show you in normal conditions, out on your permission, you know, if you live on a farm, what you can expect from your rifle, you know, shooting off rests and shooting off, you know, you're shooting sticks and shooting left-handed if you need to. Now, the only thing I didn't do was prone. Main reason for that is I haven't drilled the stock. I don't really need to. I don't think I rely too much on my sticks, and also the stock is way too nice to be drilling, at least by me anyway, because I'll end up messing it up. So yeah, I know not everybody would have enjoyed this. I know there's probably people out there going, it's a rifle, shoot something living. Now, there's two reasons I didn't do that today. Now, number one is I know a lot of people watching this don't come here, or to my videos anyway, to watch things being shot. Not everybody likes pest control. Not everybody agrees with pest control. A lot of people will be quite content with just shooting targets, be it on an FT course or at your range or wherever. So that was number one, and that was my main reason, because obviously I don't want to upset anybody, but I want to show the abilities of the gun, but without offending anybody. So that was number one. Number two, the YouTube police. The less we talk about them, the better. So yeah, that was the main reasons there. Now, I will do a lot more with this gun as I progress. Now, you would have seen there that 75 yards was the longest that I took this gun out to. And the main reason for that at the moment really is my ability as a shooter to use this gun at longer ranges. Now, when we're bench resting and against paper, and in the ideal world, when I come up when there's no wind, when I'm laying on the floor with a bench, you know, with a rest on my bag, perfectly steady, I can hit targets out to, well, sky's the limit. You would have seen the 150 yard video that I did with the sub 12 foot-pound, and that was hitting a golf ball at 150 yards. So the range for me personally is there, but the consistency isn't, or at least not as consistent as I want to shoot live quarry beyond sort of around 80 yards at the moment. Now, within the parameters of FAC Air, 80 yards is more than comfortable. The power is there, the accuracy, by God, it is there. Just I need to develop a little bit further. So as I progress, I'll bring the gun back out. We will see this gun a lot more, and we'll go forward. So as I say, that's pretty much me done. If you want to put any comments, any questions, anything below, just put them in the box below. I will try and get back to each and every single one of you. If you want to see the video review, so the actual review of this gun, then feel free to check it out. I'll put a link in the description, and then probably at the end of the video there'll be a link pop up in the big screen up there. But as I say, any questions, any comments, put them below. If you've enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a like and subscribe. We are growing slowly. But as I say, it's very much me and that camera. So we are a bit of a redneck version as such. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. And we will see you next time.